Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. And today we'll be going back onto Khan Academy and looking at their financial literacy course. Today we're on Unit 2. What is a budget? So let's begin. What is a budget? A budget is a plan that helps you manage your money. It shows you how much money you have, how much money you need to spend on different things, and how much money you can save or use for other goals. A budget can help you make smart decisions with your money and avoid problems like overspending, debt, or running out of money. Why do I need a budget? Money is a limited resource, and you probably aren't able to buy everything you want or need with the money you have. It's important to prioritize your expenses and choose what is most important for you and your family. A budget can help. Track your income and expenses. Your income is the money you earn or receive from different sources, like your allowance, gifts, or jobs. Your expenses are the money you spend on different things like food, clothes, bills, or entertainment. A budget can help you see how much money you have and where it goes every month. Set and achieve your goals. Your goals are the things you want to do or have with your money, like saving for a bike, a college fund, or a vacation. A budget can help you plan how much money you need and how long it will take to reach your goals. It can also help you adjust your spending habits to save more money for your goals. Avoid or reduce debt. Debt is the money you owe to someone else, like a bank, a store, or a friend. Debt can be a problem because it can cost you more money in interest and fees, damage to your credit score, or cause stress and conflict with your friends and family. A budget can help you avoid or reduce debt by helping you spend less than you earn, pay off some of your bills on time, and avoid borrowing money you don't have a clear plan for repaying. Planning a budget. How do you start? Budgeting. How do you start? Your budget needs to be something that you can look at and refer to frequently. There are multiple ways of building a budget, and you should pick the one you are most comfortable using. Pencil and paper. You can write down your income expenses on a piece of paper and subtract your expenses from your income and see how much money you have left. You can also divide your expenses into categories such as needs, wants, and savings and decide how much you want to spend on each one. Printable sheets on the internet. You can find many websites that offer free or cheap budget sheets that you can print or fill out. You can even download one here. These sheets have different formats and features such as charts, graphs, or tips that help you organize your money and track your progress. Spreadsheets. You can use a computer program such as Excel, Google Sheets, or Numbers to create budget spreadsheet. You can enter your income and expenses in different cells and use formulas and functions to calculate and compare your numbers. You can also customize your spreadsheet with colors, fonts, and styles and make changes easily. Apps. You can download apps on your phone or tablet that can help you create and manage your budget. Apps like Empower, YNAB, or Mobiles can connect your bank account, credit card, or other financial accounts and automatically update your income and expenses. Some apps can also give you alerts, reminders, or suggestions to help you stay on track and reach your goals. Next would be the budgeting video, the 50-30-20 rule. And next we will be reading How Do You Build a Budget? Simply put, you build your budget by comparing your income against your spending. One way to build a budget is to use the 50-30-20 rule. Watch Sal build a budget using the 50-30-20 rule. And then there's the video. The 50-30-20 rule divides your money into three categories: needs, wants, and savings. The 50-30-20 rule suggests that you spend 50% of your income on your needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% on your savings. This way, you can balance your money and plan for your future. How do you use the 50-30-20 rule to build your budget? To use the 50-30-20 rule to build your budget, you need to follow these steps. Number one, know your income. Your income is your money you earn or receive every month. It can come from a job, an allowance, a gift, or a scholarship. Add up all your income sources and write down the total amount of your monthly income. Is your job? Write down the amount you get paid each month. This is your starting point for your budget. Step two, calculate your needs budget. Your needs are the things you must have to live and be healthy. Examples include rent, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, basic clothing. To find out how much you can spend on your needs, multiply your income by zero point 0.5. For example, if your income is $2,000, your needs budget is $2,000 times zero point 0.5 equals $1,000. This means you should try to keep your needs expenses below $1,000 every month. Calculate your wants budget. Your wants are the things you like to have but don't really need. Examples include hobbies, entertainment, eating out, shopping, travel. To find out how much you can spend on your wants, multiply your income by zero point 0.3. For example, if your income is $2,000, your wants budget is 2,000 times zero point 0.3 equals $600. This means you can spend up to $600 on wants every month. Step 4. Calculate your savings budget. Your savings are the monthly money you put aside for your total future goals. Examples include emergency fund, retirement account, college fund, any other big purchase you are saving for. To find out how much you should save, multiply your income by zero point 0.2. For example, if your income is $2,000, your savings budget is $2,000 times zero point 0.2, which is equals 400. This means you should save about $400 every month. Step 5. Write down your actual spending. Now that we have calculated our budget, let's start sorting our actual spending. Grab your latest bank statement or log into your banking app and start sorting your actual expenses. For example, if you see you made a $200 payment towards your electric bill, write $200 under the Needs tab. If you see a charge for movie tickets, write what amount under Wants budget. Step 6. Compare expenses to your budget. Subtract your expenses from your budget. This is your budget balance. If your budget balance is zero or positive, that means you're living within your means. If you have some money that's extra, if your budget balance is negative, that means you're spending more than you should and have a budgeting problem. Step 7. Adjust your budget. If your budget balance is negative in any of the three categories, do not panic. Look for the other categories and see if there's money left in those, and use that extra money to balance or offset the negative balance. If there's no extra money, you need to find ways to reduce your expenses or increase your income. If your budget balance is positive, you can decide how to use your extra money. You can spend it on your wants, save for your goals, or donate it to a cause. Building a budget. Ready to practice? Let's go. So, what should 50% of your income go towards if you're following the 50-30-20 rule? Well, the 50-20-30-20 rule says 50% should go to needs. We got that correct. According to the 50-30-20 rule, what percentage of your income should you allocate to savings? You should allocate 20% of your income to savings. The 50-30-20 rule describes how much a person should be budgeting their needs, wants, and savings. Which rule of the following expenses is a want according to the 50-30-20 rule? Dining out and ordering takeout is a want. You have a monthly income of $3,000. You plan to follow the 50-30-20 rule for budgeting. How much of your monthly income should you save or invest for your future? You want to save or invest according to the 50-30-20 rule. 20%. So 3,000 times zero point 0.2, which is $600. So we got 100% on that. Next article. How do you balance your budget? How do I balance a budget? Having a negative balance in your budget means that the income you brought in was not enough to cover the expenses. To tackle this problem, you can either try to increase your income or reduce your expenses. Even better if you can accomplish both. Increasing your income. Most often, people think that the only way to increase an income is to find a better paying job. That is most certainly the most common way. But other strategies can also help. Here are some ways to increase your income. Ask for a raise or more hours at your current job. Look for extra jobs or chores that you can do for money, such as babysitting, mowing lawns, or selling crafts. Sell things that don't use or need anymore, such as clothes, books, or toys. Save your change in cash. Save your change and cash it in at a bank or coin machine. Ask for money or gift cards as a gift for your birthday or other occasions. Decreasing expenses. When it comes to expenses, some expenses are easier to decrease than others. Expenses that are the same every month, such as rent, car payment, insurance, or cell phone bill, are known as fixed expenses. These expenses are predetermined by somebody other than yourself, like a bank or a company. Changing these expenses typically involves a certain negotiations with the company or bank itself, and not all negotiations result in expense reduction. Other expenses, such as some utilities, groceries, or shopping, can vary from month to month and are called variable expenses. You have a lot more control over these, and they are much easier to decrease. Ways to save money. Some ways to save money on expenses are: compare prices and look for discounts or coupons before you buy something. Avoid impulse buying, which means buying things you don't need or didn't even plan to buy. Use less water, electricity, and gas to lower your utility bills. Borrow, swap, or reuse items instead of buying new ones. Pack your lunch instead of buying it outside. Choose free or low cost activities for fun, such as reading, playing games, or going to the park. Shifting the funds. The short term fix to negative budget balance is to simply move funds from the budget balance, what that was positive, into the negative one. For example, if your savings budget balance was negative, your but your needs budget balance was positive, you can take the extra money from the needs and move it into your savings. Note that this is only a short term solution, and we should really try and figure out the cause of the negative balance. Unit pricing. How to spend less by paying more. If you're just If you just read this title, you must be confused. How can you spend less by paying more? The answer is per unit pricing. Per unit pricing tells you how much you're paying per ounce, per pound, or per item. Paying attention to per unit pricing can help you figure out which product is the best deal. For example, if you're shopping for toilet paper, you might see two different brands. One costs $6 for 12 rolls, while the other costs $8 for 18 rolls. At first glance, it appears that the first option is best deal. But if you compare per unit pricing, you'll see that the second option is actually cheaper. The first option costs 50 cents per roll. The second option costs only 45 cents per roll. In conclusion, even when we paid more, for the bigger pack of toilet paper, we actually spent less for each roll per unit pricing. While it may seem you're going to have to be walking around the store with a calculator in order to get the best deal, you may be surprised that most stores have already done that math for you. Look at the label below. Per unit pricing is especially helpful when you're trying to compare different sizes of the same product. See if you can spot the best deal between the two options. Per unit pricing isn't always present on shelf tags, but it's worth keeping an eye out for. Even if it's not available, you can easily calculate per unit cost yourself. This is a valuable skill to help you get the best deal at the grocery store and keep money in your pocket. Next article. How do I lower my expenses? Negotiating bills. Sometimes it can be tough paying bills, especially when you're there for services you rely on, like your phone, internet, or cable. But there's good news. You may be able to negotiate a lower bill with your service providers. Here's a few steps that will help you. Number one, know your options. Before you call your service provider, research the competition. You'll be in a better bargaining position if you know the rates and plans of other companies that they offer. If you can mention cheaper plan from a competitor, your service provider may be more willing to negotiate. Number two, be polite but firm. When you call customer service, be polite and respectful. Remember, you're asking for a favor. You want to be friendly as possible, but at the same time, make it clear that you're serious about wanting a lower bill. Tell them that you're considering switching to a different provider if they can't work with you. Three, ask for a supervisor. If the customer service representative says they can't help you, don't be afraid to ask for a supervisor. Sometimes the people higher up have more authority to negotiate. Number four, be present. If you don't get the answer you want the first time, call back again a few days. Sometimes different representatives are more powerful than others. Don't give up. Look for a promotional offer. If you're not successful negotiating a lower bill, ask if there's any promotional offers available. Sometimes service providers will give you a discount for a certain amount of time if you sign up for a new plan or bundle multiple services together. Remember, it never hurts to ask. You might be surprised at how much you can save just by negotiating with your service providers. Well, that's going to end it here today, guys, for Khan Academy. Uh, Unit 2, we ended it there. Next time, we'll be picking it right back up where we left off on how should I save my money. And if you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We really enjoyed you guys watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.